Guys, we're back at the Whiskey Blendery. Today is another special day. Tim, walk them through what makes all the new barrels, because the last one sold out, so special, man.
They're so special because the last one's all sold out. No, they were special before. The flavor profile is great. Most of the ones on this truck are 16-year-old.
So you added another year.
About 6 months, yep.
About 6 months. Part of my interest lie in, clearly, I told you don't know this. We did an episode yesterday, and we just talked about how coming in here, you help give me perspective on the art of whiskey. Because you go into this thing, and you go, oh, there's an art to this thing, and I love creativity, and his creativity, again, inspired me to definitely create this path and this journey. So we're going to open a barrel, but is there art to finding great whiskey?
Yeah, so you have to know what you're looking for.
You're a rye guy, though, so.
If it's good, yeah. I mean, there's no rye on this truck. So, you got to know what you're looking for and what the flavor profile is that you're going for, what the demand is, what the market is, where the market's going, because you can't just whip up some 16-year and have it ready to go. So you have to do some forecasting, and then it takes a while too if you're tasting them, to fly out there, a lot of extra expense, and then come back and then get the truck. So like you saw a 53-foot trailer just to haul 18 barrels.
Yeah.
So that's not cheap. And I got a dedicated truck with the same driver that works good. He takes care of everything, ties everything down, communicates with me along the way. So I pay a premium for that. So,
but these are premium barrels.
Yep, which is why I do it. Yep, if this was like young stuff that you get by the masses, then I wouldn't pay to do that. But this guy takes care of the barrels, and I mean, some of them clearly have integrity issues. So if you're not watching for that, then, I mean, he could lay them down, he could be rolling them, and then I could lose $10,000 of whiskey just on that one barrel. So, but thankfully we weighed them before and we weighed them after, and most of these we only lost 2 to 3 pounds in transit. So that's good. Nothing
to cry about just yet.
Nothing to cry about. So this is actually the heaviest barrel out of all of them that we got. So 366 pounds.
And the average weight is what, about 500?
No, when they're
completely
filled, then they're 5 to 550.
A 16-year-old whiskey ain't gonna be ever 500 pounds.
It could be. It would have to be in a very, very humid environment to where it's gaining moisture and not losing it. So maybe like a cool basement that's wet, or could be in Scotland, or could be in a different environment. So remember what I said on this one. So this is actually one of the few low proof barrels out of here that, in this one, kind of makes sense that if it's lower proof,
higher yield.
That makes sense, but not all of them. We had some low proof, low yield ones before that doesn't make sense. But,
and the yield is, you're talking about how much alcohol's in there in terms of like
how many bottles we can get out of it. So we'll take 366, divided by, 366 minus 125. So that's the average weight of an empty, fresh dumped barrel. Okay, so then this one's lower proof, so we're going to divide that by 1.6. So that'll give us about 150 bottles out of a 16-year. So this is 2008. So August 26th, 2008 was the fill date on this one. So 150 bottles, I'll take that. That's my heaviest barrel.
And did you have any barrels on the last run that were this heavy?
No. We struggled to find anything at 300 pounds. Some of them, like, I mean, even we got a couple of them here that they're going to be less than 50 bottles per barrel. But we tasted them, and they're just next level, super unique. And it's like, we won't make anything on those, but we hope to break even and also bring some great whiskey to market on those.
Yeah,
so
that makes sense.
I'd say I'm curious on this one. I remember this being good, and because we have a lot of it, I don't mind opening it up and trying a little bit. So we'll find where the bung is. So I'll rotate this and then bring it down.
Now, guys, these barrels are back breakers too, so it's right here.
Yep. Thanks for your help.
Look, I'm watching. You know, when there's too many chefs, you don't want to create no problems, man. You like, I don't want to get no trouble.
A lot of these bungs are like soft and spongy.
Yeah.
This one might be okay, so I'm just gonna get it started a little bit, and then we'll get the bung puller.
Boom.
Yeah. So feel how like soft it is.
Yeah, that does feel crazy, man. And that's a good or bad thing? Doesn't matter.
Neither good nor bad. That's why this will disintegrate just like an old cork will.
So you're gonna replace the cork as well?
The bung?
Yeah, the bung.
Yes, we will.
So we're about to try 366.
Yeah, you're about to try your first 16-year Kentucky bourbon. Thank you. Are these clean?
Yes.
You want to try it, Richard?
Absolutely.
Kind of a dumb question, huh?
He came here just to try and try. So Richard, he gave us, I mean, I think we talked about it. It's got to at least sit for 15 or 16 minutes.
Well, they don't have to. They evolve. So like
that's what he was saying. Is watch the evolution.
Yeah. So it's kind of underwhelming on the nose right now, but I bet in 30 seconds it totally changes. So because it's got like nothing on the nose right out of the barrel.
Yeah.
We'll give it 30 seconds to try it here.
At least.
Already going.
Yeah, this barrel actually looks pretty good.
That is a good looking barrel, man. So there's no art to finding great whiskey. You just stumble upon it, and magic's either there or not.
There's parameters. There's so like how we tasted all of these, all my MGP stuff I haven't tasted. So there is an art to picking the right barrels. But you have to know some data. You can't just go, hey, give me some 9-year, 95% rye. You can't just say that and expect to get
magic in the barrel.
Yeah, to get the consistency and quality we get.
So what is one of your parameters that you use when you're sourcing where you don't get to go and kind of drill holes and try?
That's a great question. It's one of the few things that I keep close to my chest.
You know, the thing about this guy, it's like you can't replicate him. So even if it's funny part is we're workaholics to a degree. Even if we told you exactly what to do, you couldn't do it. That's the beauty of it. I'm holding out still. I'm holding out like I ain't gonna say it.
Oh my gosh.
Richard, you still ain't tried it
I
yet?
haven't tasted it yet.
It's so soft. It's
Here's
like
a green grape coming out of
What's
the
it? Let's do a proof check. Let's do a proof check on it.
it's like, man, it's like you're laying down on a pillow. It's so soft.
I think his eyes are watering.
Oh, that
I
is
think
good.
his eyes are watering, man.
Man, I could drink that every day. Golly. So it might be slightly higher than the recorded proof. Oh, right at it. 111.
Oh man.
Okay, good.
Get it all out of there.
Yeah, man. Yeah, it's starting to get a little fruity now. But I would say this one drinks its proof. So a lot of these that were like 120, 130, 135, they drink well under. This one at 111 kind of drinks right at 111 to me, but it's so soft on the palate.
Is there anything that someone might consider buying that's comparable to this idea? I mean,
To this
clearly,
whiskey?
to this, like, is there anything in the stores they could buy outside of here?
Not that I know of.
There you go. And that's what makes it special as well. For one, we know whiskey continues to change by the day, damn near. And in this case, you say, man, where can I get this at if I wasn't here?
I've never had a 16-year that drank as soft as this. like as soft and pleasant. It's not like over oaky. It's not super dry. Man, that's a good one.
Yeah, and I'm continuing to let it mature, people. I mean, he's 100. This is what I think I tried something Richard had a second ago. But at 110, 111, you often get, from my understanding, some ethanol, a little burn, especially when you get over 105 even sometimes. This does not carry any heat almost whatsoever.
Yeah, it makes you want to keep going back. There's my initials, so you know this is the barrel I picked.
You know what? That might become a thing, man. People buying barrels that you sign.
Yeah.
Stay tuned,
What do you think, Richard?
It's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's waking up.
I'm waking up.
Profile is awesome.
Oh, man.
Oh, white grape. It's like a
Richard, where do you get white grapes from?
I don't know. It drinks like it's carbonated in a good way, like there's
Carbonated.
like there's a little bubbly in it. You know what I mean? It's got like a texture to it. I know that sounds silly.
No, man.
It's crispy.
We all got our.
It's bright and
Yeah.
crisp. Okay, I get you.
It's crispy.
Look, we're gonna take your word for it, man.
Yeah. Like that one.
Cheers to that. Now, I don't know what to tell you about getting these because it's so far you sold how many barrels the first time that nobody got outside of the clubs and a few folks, because you didn't even drop one for yourself.
We wanted to take care of a lot of the local clubs that have
Yeah.
been supporting us the last couple of years. So they got first crack, and some of them are actually, they're getting one of the 16 year also. So they'll have a 15 and a 16. So we've got a little bit of wait list going again. A few days ago we announced that, hey, if you're on the wait list, we got good news that more barrels are coming. Well, back on the wait list again for anybody past today. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, we've got, these are so good. So yeah, we're gonna bottle. We're gonna keep bottling till Christmas. So we're gonna try to keep pushing these out and get them in people's hands before the holidays, because these are so unique. These are the bottles that you want to bring to Thanksgiving dinner, into Christmas, and because they're just so special, and that's when you want to drink them, is with family and friends over the holidays.
There you have it, people. Well, if you consider thinking about it again, we talk about coming and getting some great whiskey. I'm still processing this one because it's like it's getting sweeter. The flavor's there, which is crazy.
Yeah, that one's awesome. Yeah, I get your white
Crispy.
grape.
I was just about to say the same thing.
I get it now.
I'm starting to take.
A little bit ago, but I'm going to let this open up for a little bit.
Man. Well, guys, 16 year. We can't say what it is. It's magic in the barrel. Only he found it. Well, he shared it with
There's
others.
other barrels.
Yeah,
There's other barrels
yeah.
coming out, most likely next year, with a lot of good brands that they'll market 15, 16 year. So if you don't get one of ours, some of theirs are coming out too.
There you go, people. Keep it whiskey.